Assalamu alaikum. Hello, I am Fehman Ahmed. Today I'll talk about how Pakistan's government controls the news, especially during big political events or crises like elections, protests, and the struggles for free expression. First of all, we'll move on to introduction, the vital role of media in Pakistan. It's like think of a free press as a watchdog for the people. It's supposed to keep the government in check and balance. But unfortunately, in Pakistan, during important times like elections or protests, the government often tightened its control over the media. Well, we'll look at how this happened during the 2024 elections and recent protests, which often occurred on D Chowk or in front of Supreme Court or High Courts. Now we'll move on to third slide, which is overview of media regulations in Pakistan. Here's the question. Like the question is, who controls the media? Is it PEMRA? Is it PEGA or other institutes like them? First of all, PEMRA. PEMRA is the main regulator for TV and radio. It has been criticized for being too strict, especially when politics are involved. On the other side, the PEGA and their emerging laws is for internet. It can be used to punish people for what they post online like Twitter, Facebook, other platforms like them. But these rules make journalists afraid to report on certain topics, which is called which is censored, is kind of censored. Uh, we'll move on to fourth slide. Media regulations during Pakistan election. The election which is occurred in 2024, there were rules for fair news coverage. However, these rules were used to give more airtime to some political parties like PMLN, People's Party, while blocking others like Imran Khan's party, PTI, which is PTI. This made the election coverage feel unfair and made people trust the process less, which like they have lost their trust on media coverage. Now we'll move on to our fifth slide, which is media regulations during protest in Pakistan. When people protest, the government often orders TV channels to stop showing live coverage to control the story. For example, news about the Pashtun Tahafuz movement was heavily censored because the government called it interstate. This means human rights issues can be hidden from the public or from civilians. Now I'll move on to our sixth slide. How they control, oh sorry, mechanism of media control in Pakistan. Uh, the government used laws like PECA to block online content, PEMRA that can suspend a TV channel's licenses, like it did to AY News for showing a speech by Imran Khan. Journalists also faces threats which makes them censor their own works to stay safe. It's like self-censorship pressures. Now we'll go to impact on media freedom and democracy in Pakistan, which is like the damage done. Because of this control, Pakistan now ranks very low for press freedom, which is 152nd out of 188. Like you can see on the chart. At least five journalists have been killed and major news channels have been temporarily taken off the air. This weakens democracy because if the watchdog can't bark, it can't warn people about problems. It's kind of lack of awareness, nothing else. Now we'll move on to the next slide, which is case studies, real world examples of media suppression. The first example is election date 2024. Like news channels were told to focus on big parties, ignoring many independent candidates. And the second one is Airwire news ban. The channel was shut down for 15 days just for airing a political speech, nothing else, just a political speech. And the third one is journalist protest. Reporters marched against a new law, which is PMDA bill, that would give the government even more power over them. But nothing happens. It's always the same. Now we'll move on to our next slide, which is recent development and public response in 2025. Journalists are protesting new social media laws calling them a tool for digital censorship. The government claims these laws are needed to stop fake news, but people worry this will just be used to silence anyone who disagrees with the government. Well, we are bounded. We can't do anything. Now we'll wrap our hands to conclusion towards balanced media regulation in Pakistan. The last that conclusion we have is Pakistan needs to find a better balance between security and free speech. There are simple solutions like fix the laws to be fairer. Nothing else. Make sure regulators don't play favoritism. Protect journalists from threats. A free press is essential for strong democracy. And that's all from my side. Thank you.